What is going on YouTube Reverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Viva La Vinyl classic album review, and it does not get much more classic than this, folks. The 1997 Latin jazz masterpiece Buena Vista Social Club, produced and recorded by the amazing Ry Cooder, who went on a pilgrimage to Havana, Cuba not long before that, and just immersed himself in the music and the culture and decided to compile all these amazing musicians, 20 plus or so, that some of them are, were 60 years old or even older at the time that this was recorded, because they really wanted that classic Cuban sound from the 1930s and 1940s that the namesake is based on. There was actually a place called the Buena Vista Social Club back at that time that people would gather to play cards, to play music, to do sports, and just hang out, and just some of the best music you can imagine. And one of the artists on here, Compay Segundo, was like 89 years old when they recorded this album. So amazing, and he's so full of life. If you watch the documentary that's filmed by Wim Wenders that came out a year after this album, I just have to say, one of the greatest music documentaries of all time. Compay is just, he's all there, man, and he's so hilarious. And his song that he wrote, Chan Chan, opens this album, which is just a mesmerizing, hypnotic piece of music. There's 4 chords that go over and over again, and the lyrics, are so just mysterious, and it's just a really haunting way to open this album. And it does so in just a classic fashion. It just feels so timeless. It's one of my favorite on the album. And there's just so many different artists that are recognized in a beautiful way. I'm going to mess up the pronunciation of some of these, but Ibrahim Ferrer, he's like, they call him the Nat King Cole of Cuba. His vocals on songs like El Cuarto de Tula, which is another standout, that goes on like 7 minutes or so, but it's just, they really get in the zone musically at the end of this thing with amazing trumpet solos by Manuel Marabal and amazing guitar solos by Barbarito Torres. Oh my God. If you think you've heard like some of the best guitar music ever, wait till you hear some of the stuff that he does on that song, Barbarito, and watch him on the documentary. You'll just be amazed. It's like flamenco guitar doesn't even do it justice. Some of the stuff that this guy does, incredible, just mind-blowing. Then you've got the amazing piano of Ruben Gonzalez, who I think was in his 70s when this was recorded, on songs like Pueblo Nuevo and the song titled Buena Vista Social Club that they just kind of jammed out in the studio. But a lot of these songs are just classic Cuban songs. Murmullo. Oh my God, this song is just, it will take you back to a time and place that you didn't even know existed. It is just a gorgeous ballad towards the end of this album. Really, there's not a weak track on here. I mean, if it were me, I may have shortened it by like maybe 1 song, but everything on here. Candela is another great jam that just everybody just at the top of their game. Dos Gardenias is another beautiful ballad, again sung by Ferrer, and he's another character that if you watch the documentary, it's such a beautiful story, just to see how humble he is and where he lives in Havana, Cuba, and then for it to all culminate with this huge concert in New York City where most of these guys had never been before. It was like a once-in-a-lifetime experience for them, and you could just see on their faces what an amazing achievement this was. And Ry Cooder himself, I have to give him props. I'm not that big a fan of his solo work. I mean, he's an amazing guitarist, of course, and he's done some great soundtracks. But what he does here, he gets out of his own way. He does do some slide guitar here and there, but it's always just to kind of add some atmosphere in the background. He's letting them do all the magic here. And in the documentary, he even says at one point like something like this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And, you know, you can tell just the way he says that, he knows as well, this may be the greatest thing that he's ever been a part of musically. And I can't blame him, because it truly is a magical experience, whether you watch the film or listen to the music. This is just timeless, amazing music. I don't care what kind of music you like, whether it's rock or jazz, or, you know, even if you don't like Latin influenced music, you cannot say that this is not great stuff, man. All the players on here are just incredible. Rest in peace. A lot of them are no longer with us at this point, but man, so glad that in 1996 they recorded this record, released in 97, and then you know, made a film about it, because it is just it's just a beautiful experience. And yeah, I mean, if I had to give this a grade, it's grown on me. I give this a strong 9 out of 10, but the more and more I listen to it, it becomes more and more perfect. I love this thing. If I had to pick just 2 of my favorite songs, man, that's hard. I'd have to, Chan Chan would have to be one of them. Compay Segundo, what a guy. And El Cuarto de Tula, just incredible, that jam. Just everybody that plays on this thing, I can't say enough. Just some of the greatest musicians you'll ever hear on record. So thank you, Ry Cooder, for just deciding to create this just time capsule of a record. And if you haven't heard it yet, what are you waiting for? Just incredible. And if you have, let me know in the comments below, what are some of your favorite tracks, and how has this changed you know, your listening experience? So, you know, I'm always on the lookout for great world music, especially Latin music. I just think that Cuban music was such a huge influence on jazz coming into New Orleans, you know, in the 1900s and beyond. And just the rhythms and the passion and the soul and the spirit of it. So great. So thank you guys for watching. We got album reviews, top 5s every Friday, so much more. Thank you. And as always, Viva la vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.